Like, bro, we know what Dave has given to Flat Earth and the Flat Earth community. We see all the stuff that Wiitsit does. And I ain't gonna lie, bro, like I haven't even made a fraction of an impact as them. So when I think about like them being in their situations, like, okay, would I have done the same thing? Would I have done anything different? And if I find myself saying like, nah, I probably would have done that too. I probably would have done that too. Bro, I would be feeling stupid crazy right now if all the level heads started switching up on me. Just because things around me started happening that I just in the moment I'm thinking I'm making the right decision. Right. So it's just like one thing that Proud had
Yeah,
told me was that um empathy is important because we for sure got some PTSD from the lies, the misinterpretations, the being misled, like, you know, the fraud, the fakery, the mainstream narratives end up being untrue. Like a lot of things got us like really on our toes. Like, bro, what's going on? Like, where we at? Like, so we gonna question everything for real. I'm just afraid of taking it too far.
yeah, and I agree with part of the point he's making, which is like, don't get so caught up on like who's in the secret society and who's not, because ultimately, like the responsibility of being informed and the responsibility of discernment is always on us, like the individual, right? And so, like, I agree with that point, but that doesn't mean you should also then resign yourself to apathy in when it comes to like people lying or cheating. And I'm not saying that Dave is lying. I like Dave a lot, but I'm just saying that those two things, that like apathy towards like people lying and cheating and working you over, that doesn't follow from what I agree with you with, which is like, yeah, we all ultimately are responsible for our own discernment. Like if there's an LLM and I look up something and I'm trying to learn something about the government and it tells me something completely unrelated is true, like I don't have to accept that as fact. Like ultimately the individual is responsible for the discernment and like is discerning what's true or not, right? And so I agree with, if that's what you're saying, like we have to take some responsibility for, you know, on our own end for like discerning the truth and being informed ourselves as like
Hey, can I get a word with
individuals.
Taylor before?
I I would really agree with that fully. And Sacred, don't undercut yourself, dude. Like you make a way bigger impact than you know.
Did that, bro.
Because one thing about you is you're reachable, right? Like you give everyone a mic. You give me the opportunity to have a conversation one on one with you. And yes, I've had that opportunity with Wiitsit. I've met Wiitsit in person. And I've talked to Dave, but the only reason I've gotten to talk to Dave was through you, and I've maybe a few other channels, but you make this possible every single week. So you and Proud, do not undersell yourself. You make a way, way bigger impact than I think that you could even imagine. You got 253 people in here. It keeps going up. The number keeps going up, right? And I get it. Like people are concerned about the possibility of there being a controlled op or a Fed in the group. Yes, they are. They're here. Someone is, like, guaranteed, no matter what. This movement has gotten so big. There's so many different other factions of it. You have different groups. You got the Rising Earth. You got the Nathan Oakleys. You got the Eric Dubé's. You've got the Hibbler crew. You've got the Old World people. You've got the Flat Earth British. Of course, there's going to be feds in this thing, but trying to pick it out, it's like it's that game Werewolf, right? Where it's like the uninformed masses aren't going to be able to pick out who the werewolves are, and that is shitty. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it's between you and God, and having that faith that God's going to reveal the truth to you when you can handle it. So I'll land it on that. But yeah, don't undercut yourself. You and Proud are a big deal in my world. I look forward to this shit every week,
That's
dude.
what's up,
Every
man.
week.
I appreciate you, bro. And everyone in here too, man, for pulling up. Um, you know, may not look like it, but there's a lot of work that go in behind the scenes, um, just to make sure
I'm
that everything is concise and a cohesive topic and entertaining at the same time. So I know we only up here one day a week, and the rest of the squad hold it down for the rest of the week. But yeah, we appreciate
Well,
recognizing.
that's part of what makes it magical, though, is that you only do it once a week. You know, if it was every day, it would lose its luster, right? Like, so I think it's wise the way you guys have done it. You know, people might sweat you for coming in a little bit late on Fridays, but
My bad, y'all.
that's part of the
My
magic
bad,
of it.
y'all. We gonna work on it.
No, 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 no. Don't even trip, because that's part of it too. Part of it is the anxiety of like excitement of waiting for Flat Earth Fridays to start. Every week, dude, every Friday by 4 o'clock, everyone's starting to ask questions in Discord and on the other servers. Oh, is Flat Earth Fridays popping off tonight? Yeah, it's supposed to be going. Like, we haven't heard nothing. Oh, what's going on? Everyone gets so fucking excited for this, dude. So I get it, you're being humble, but you and Proud should be proud of yourselves and what you've done here today. I'm done kissing your ass. But you know, when it comes to these guys, when we're calling each other Masons and all this and controlled op, I don't know. I just kind of feel like it's a waste of breath. You know,
Yeah, I mean it is
that's all.
it is a time waster. But if people not gonna have a chance to get it out, it's just gonna keep on carrying on and snowballing into something even crazier, more wild, and more ridiculous. So people gotta just get their shit off, and they're looking for answers and to clear up confusion. So if we provide that outlet and we can get that all out the way, we don't gotta worry about it.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you proud, and I think we lost
Yeah.
Patriot too. I don't know if he dipped out, but
Yeah, it's not letting me bring him up for some reason. But I was gonna say to Mister, like, for us, we're kind of like the reason why we don't feel our impact is because it's like the center of the storm, like we're right in the middle of it. From our reference frame, it doesn't feel the same as it does to like the people on the outside of the storm. But I try to like remind Sacred that he's important to the people.
I'd be like, "What are you talking about?
Both of
Dude,
you
dead
are.
in the cloud."
Both of you are very important. Yeah, both of you are very important. There was something that you said in there that I wanted to touch on, but I can't remember what the hell it was. It was something important. Well, obviously not that important, but oh no, it was this. It is good that like Wiitsit pulls up and Dave pulls up and these guys can ask them those questions. I'll tell you, it's entertaining as hell, for sure. Like, you know, the drama is definitely funny and entertaining, so that does make for a great show, and I see why it's important. You know, listening to Ben last night, just, you know, lose his mind. It was super rad. It was it's awesome to witness that stuff. So, but yeah, both of you uh, are doing great work. Just keep it up. That's all I would say, you know. So, and if you're a Fed, well, um, cool. I don't know. I don't
See
arrest
you at
me,
the Christmas
please.
party.
You
Oh my
know.
bad, I was supposed to say that out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, for anybody who's out there
JK, I'm
thinking
just kidding.
that
Just
Sacred is a black
kidding.
CIA agent, please pick your marbles up. There's one marble over here. There's one marble over there. There's three under the couch. Please pick your marbles up.
Hey,
Yeah.
yo, what I think is weird about the like, sorry, I woke back up.
Okay, let me
Hold
just
on,
say
tell her.
this.
Hold on, tell her. You can't hear
So,
nobody. Drop down, come back up.
Like woke back up
okay.
5 minutes ago. And I'm like, okay, but I just want to say, real fast. So, like, what I think is weird though about the whole like investigator people is like they throw accusations out crazy, right? And then they're just like blatantly wrong, and it's disproven. And just like a Glober, they just skate right past it to the new one. You know what I'm saying? That's the part that's super sus. Like earlier, they were like a picture of Jaren was shared, and they were like, "Oh, Jaren's already wearing his NASA beanie. He already sold out, whatever." And it's a picture of him handing Duffy um like some cash, some pesos, right? And it's like the hat actually says no, has no stitched in, but beside the NASA, no NASA, right?
Bro, I
And
was just looking at that. He was like,
ugh,
oh, he's already selling out, got his NASA gear. And I'm looking, I'm like, Pinch the zoom. Don't that say no NASA on there?
Yeah, it says no NASA, and then of course just leaves the post up there, and then keeps on doing because someone calls it out. He's like, "Oh yeah, I do see that," and then just leaves it up there, and then you got it doesn't make a clarifying reply or whatever. It just starts to make more accusations, and he's like, $40,000. He's giving him $40,000, and it's like the, the joke was that obviously like 40,000 pesos is $40. You know what I'm saying? So like Jaren's like handing him 40,000 pesos as a joke that he's paying him back. So it was like a troll. And this is and of course they don't say no, like think about how stupid of a mistake that is to make. And it just skate right past it to the next accusation, which is, of course, like the picture, right, with my hand straight or whatever else they got. And you can take the time to explain it to all these people, but you start to find out they don't actually care about the truth, really, per se. It's just like they're gonna keep saying stuff. So it's like, at that point, I just don't. I'm disinterested. Like I think anti-truther is like a pretty accurate term if someone's going to be like that, because you should for example, I take what I say about people very seriously. Like you're not going to hear me just like making accusations about people. In fact, you're going to hear me like checking people if it's ever on my platform or like my stream. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be like, whoa, 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 we need to verify that. I don't do that. And so I don't know, man. I think that we should be cautious the other way. Ironically, the people that are acting like they're the real super trooper truthers that are here to help us and save us from the feds, like those people are oftentimes maybe the people that have been infiltrated. Because what they do is they distract, they confuse, they undermine credibility, they get everyone super paranoid and sow division. And so no one really knows what's going on. They're just constantly, and then what you end up feeling like is like there is no trusted sources. There is no one that's actually like on your team or really like fighting the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like RV Truth does the same thing. So to me, I can see how that's like would be super beneficial for like the powers that be. You feel what I'm saying? Like someone to infiltrate a group, that's what you would do.
Confusion and chaos.
Yeah, exactly. Same thing with the Mandela effect. It's very similar because it's like last thing to real fast, like the Mandela effect. Where I'm not trying to debate it, please, but it's like basically you can't know anything is true. Like there effectively becomes no objective truth, and it's also like this gaslighting thing where like you can't tell what is real, and like
But what's that fruit of the loom? The
you
logo. The
know
logo, bro.
Yeah, and like yeah, because Mandela effect is like pretty provably at this point just like the phenomena of mass misremembering things, and that's because our brain corrects mistakes or errors without us even noticing, And you can like watch that. I could show you that pyramid that's got a phrase in it, and it says like I don't know, like he walked the cat, and it'll say like he walked the cat two thieves, but you will not notice it. Someone will stare at that freaking picture for 30 minutes, reading it out loud, word by word, real slow, and won't notice that there's two thieves because their brain just like corrects it and then boom, forgets it. So that's what Mandela effect does.
Not
That's what
fair,
that
man. They
is.
put the does on different lines though. End one with the, and then they'll begin the next one with the.
Yeah, exactly, and your brain corrects it. That's not okay. So, yeah, but this is what's so funny though is like, instead of accepting that, people just keep on pushing them. And what does Mandela effect do? It says maybe the Earth is a globe. Maybe it was a globe yesterday, right? Maybe we are spinning. Maybe tomorrow we'll be spinning. Oh, that's just residue. That's just the alternative reality. So then there's like no actual objective truth, and you can't trust your discernment, and you can't actually like stand on anything. You don't know what is true. You can't trust anything, right? And uh
Like
that's
relativity. Ew.
yo, it is. It's like relativity. So it's like you notice how all of these have the same theme, right? Which is like to completely confuse you, to leave you in a state of confusion, because then you're much more easily led and basically disarmed, right? And inebriated or whatever. So yeah, I don't know. I think people should think about that as well, because I think that that is what's going on. I think that might pretty clearly what is going on, and that's would make a lot of sense why a lot of these people are just like accounts that like account names or brands or whatever that you know you'll never be able to hold accountable. But I anyway, I'm not I'm making this point for everyone in general. I've been saying this for years. It's totally a bad way to look at everything. Auto hoaxing everything isn't like some superpower. It doesn't make you like some badass that you like literally say everything is fake off the rip. It's the opposite, right? Because that's not impressive at all. Just to say everything's fake and call everyone names or whatever. It's just really stupid. So okay.
It does discredit. But aside from that, Ayo, proud. Me and you versus Wister, that Mandela effect debate. 2v1. Let's get them. We're gonna set it up.
Hey, I was just looking to post my thread right now. I ain't
Look,
hold
Proud's
you.
already on this. I hit you with
I had to stop
citations. Wister.
because I gotta go search my camera roll, but I gotta call out proof. Let me go look for his name properly so I don't hit nobody else with a stray. Cause Wiitsit, Wiitsit been up. He been a trooper for us. So I would hate for him to KO right when someone's coming up to ask him a question and you think they got a gotcha. Proof right TM. I don't know if you were here earlier. You mentioned, Wiitsit still hasn't dropped the footage yet, and you missed the part where yes, it's a 12-hour live stream that you want to see of a 24-hour sun, but regardless, like it's more footage than that. He has a terabyte of content to either sift through, quote unquote, like you got to give it time. He said earlier that today's his daughter's birthday. Like he got home yesterday while he was in this space. So I don't know, man. You guys are gonna have to be a little more patient. But if you could talk, if you could hear us, if you could talk 5D chess, come on. You could come up and ask yourself if you don't trust me since I'm not him.
None of us is trustworthy.
I just
None
feel
of us
bad for the
rolling
people who haven't been
question.
here. The people who are like pulling up and only been listening for a little while, like they have questions and then they're asking questions that already got answered. So they're in the comment section like, well, no one will answer my questions. The truth must be revealed.
Hey, bro, link in bio. Replay value, Flat Earth Fridays. If y'all want answers, y'all know where it's at, bro. Go sub up.
Yeah, well, think about this too. Like when we're telling them to be patient, and it's like this is why I sound like this. I'm like literally like sick and tired, bro. Like I fell asleep like 6:30 in here, and then my daughter woke up at 8. It's her birthday, and she's like da 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 because she knew I was coming back. And then I'm up. I need to go run an errand or two, and then like I just like I'm dozing off here and there. Like I just it's crazy where I'm. And then there are these people that are just like, why don't I have like everything delivered to me in like 4K resolution the second that you leave? They thought it should have happened there apparently or something. Um, but this is what they're gonna now say, because like the truth is, they've now put their ego on the line when they say that we faked it and they were really definitive proclaiming it. It's like a lot of them are not going to be able to show the humility required to walk it back and say that they're wrong. They're going to keep going. And so once everyone gets it in like the next 1 or 2 days or whatever it is, and it starts keep on coming out over the next week. And so, or so, because I know a lot of people are going to start hanging out with family for the holidays and stuff. They're going to say, oh, they just needed time to fake it. And like, think about how stupid that is. It's like, what? How long have people been discussing this trip before it happened? Wasn't there plenty of time to fake it? So that will be the new narrative. Once you get the indisputable, it's just like overwhelming amount of evidence, where you have like multiple different time lapses, multiple different videos that aren't even like time lapses, like videos, and you can you could put them all side by side by side. If you had an ultra wide, and you can just look at it all, like compare them. Like, okay, this camera shows the sun doing this at this time. Now let me go to this 360 camera and move around and find that one and look at the sun relative to its angle relative to where it's at. Does it match? Are the shadows the same? What's going on? And you're going to see that in the original time lapse, that was just real, obviously. And all those people walking in and out, you're going to get to see them doing like walking live time, right? And so it's like, yeah, you guys just chill, bro. Like chill. Yeah, I'm just gonna
Bro,
keep
I mean,
saying
if
that.
you're not muting up and editing all the content or the videos that like, then what are you doing? And when you're muting, you got to be doing.
Like dozing off.
Okay, let me jump in here because these people are like waiting on me and I'm like just trying to be patient.